We are all Detroiters, and we are all Michiganians.
The bankruptcy bargain. Governor Snyder here to talk about the historic deal to get the city's financial head above water.
And it could be a tough sell on that plan to retirees. The governor here with us now. So, Governor, thank you for walking in just moments ago. You've had a busy morning this morning.
Jim Kurtzner is here as well.
Yeah, real-time coverage.
Exactly, you got it. Jim's been covering the bankruptcy, of course, from the very beginning as well, so we brought him in. Good to have you with us, too.
So, Governor, good that this passed yesterday, I guess we could say 21-17, because we know the ballots went out about a month ago, so that would have been a whole nother issue.
Yeah, well, this is outstanding, and I want to thank the legislators for their work. This was done in a very bipartisan fashion. Great teamwork from a lot of people as part of this. You saw Judge Rosen, the mediator, speaking up on this. He's been very helpful. Kevin Orr, the mayor, have been active, the city council. So I appreciate everyone coming together because this is good for all of us. And you brought up the right question that comes next. Now that the grand bargain's been done, I will sign these bills soon. The next step is the retirees voting, the creditors all voting, which is due July 11th. They have the ballots. And this is the time to really encourage them to vote yes.
Governor, when you talk about the retirees, are you in a sense putting all your eggs almost in one basket here? You need a yes vote from one group of creditors. The retirees clearly that got the sweetest deal. Many people believe that was well deserved, but is it all in one, the eggs in one basket, would you say?
Well, again, this is the way this whole process has gone. There are important steps, and the retirees have a large voice. But this is a voice where their yes vote is to their own best interest. Because the grand bargain, all those proceeds, not just from the state, but from the foundations, from the DIA donors, all coming together, is only accessible if we get a yes vote. And they're much better off in terms of their financial affairs. And this has been extremely difficult. I mean, all of us feel for the retirees through this entire process. But this is an opportunity to have them be better off than they'd otherwise be without this. So that's why they should vote yes. It's in their own best interest, but it's in the best interest of Detroit and Michigan.
Two employee groups who haven't signed on to the plan of adjustment and have not reached agreements in mediation are the police and firefighters. Yesterday, we saw the police union president testify to the Senate committee that new police officers starting in Detroit would make only $14 an hour. How do you, as governor, justify that?
Well, again, I didn't actually get to see that. So, again, the whole thing is we want good public safety in Detroit. And if you look at, we've seen improvements. So this is part of the whole process. But as part of the plan of adjustment, there's more resources that are being set aside to improve services in the city, to invest in the city, including blight, including public safety. So that's why getting this whole plan done is important.
But if you were to bring more money to the table, they might have an agreement now, which helps you in the confirmation phase.
Well, again, a lot of this went through the mediation process, so I'm not free to discuss all the pieces. And again, a lot of this was done with Kevin Orr and the judge, but there's been a lot of healthy discussion, and I still hope people come to the table, because this is about getting more people consenting, and we got the retirees on board, which is a huge achievement, and some of the other creditors.
After July, when those votes are due in, what happens after that?
Yeah, the step after that is the confirmation trial itself, and that's scheduled for late July right now, and that's where Judge Rhodes would hear all the sides, bring all the information together, look at the plan of adjustment, and hopefully approve the plan. That's the very moment that hopefully we have this done. There will be an effective date question, but once the judge approves the plan, then it's just implementation. So we're on a path to hopefully get something done by late summertime in terms of the confirmation trial.
And Governor, your stance is this is the way to go. This is not the time to play politics with this vote, even though you have people who feel like I shouldn't take any cut.
Yeah, this is not time for political protests. This is a time to say in their own best interest they should vote yes. This is an opportunity to also move us all together. And wasn't it great to see bipartisan support, people working together to recognize that? And again, this is a wonderful case of people from all corners of Michigan came to Detroit's support in terms of supporting this package. And that's something that you wouldn't have seen many years ago. And that spirit of understanding it's Detroit, Michigan, and our fates all tied together is really come about and coming a long way. But we can't stop now. Let's keep encouraging that.
Before we let you go, we got to get a question in about the roads. Yeah. Only 2 weeks before the summer break for the legislature, will we see something done to raise more money over and above what the House has already done? I think $450 million.
Well, that would be the best answer. I'm not sure it's feasible in the time frame we have because our roads are terrible. And we do need to invest more in our roads. And I've been calling for that for 2 years now. And I think this pothole season really brought it to a personal level. Yeah. How many of us had road damage that cost a lot more than putting up some dollars to have additional and better roads and not have that road damage? So let's get something done.
So are you behind the scenes saying, come on, let's get something done?
I've been saying that for some time. I think we've seen a lot of progress. I'm just concerned that the time frame is very short. But I'm going to stay relentless on this issue. If it doesn't happen now, relentless positive action, I'm not going to give up on this one because it's the right thing for Michiganders.
It is. We all need better roads.
Oh,
you know.
yes, and also another hurdle cleared for the bridge issue as well.
The bridge is in good shape in terms of the Coast Guard approvals now. That's exciting.
Okay.
And the main issue now is with the federal government, the U.S. federal government. The Canadian government's been fabulous on the Customs Plaza, and we're going to keep working that issue.
We'll follow all these. Governor Rick Snyder, thanks so much for taking time to join us today.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Good to have you. Thank you, Jim, too.